Are you kidding me? Look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Rick. Today we are doing something as we promised right from the start when I put the first introduction up to this channel. We're making curries from around the world and we're making a Thai curry today. And this is how to make a real yellow Thai curry. Now, Thai curries don't normally have curry powder in, but this is a Malaysian, Indian influence and it's a belting curry. And we actually know it here in Thailand as chicken yellow curry or chicken curry or yellow curry. It's an easy curry to make. We're going to make a curry paste, throw it all together and show you how to make it the real way as we make it here in Thailand. Let's show you how to do it, come on. So the first job then, we're going to go in there with our coriander seed, our cumin seed and our peppercorns. Okay, we want to be going in there with about a teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to give that a little mashing up in there, grind it up in there. So that's about small enough. Now what I did do, I did dry roast the cumin seeds and the coriander seeds in a pan, but I haven't shown you that because it's so boring. But we did dry roast those. They're in there, done, ground up. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take some galangal and we want about a tablespoon of this. So all we're going to do is just slice through. Now, if we can take it nice and thinly to make up our tablespoon, because we need to mince it up. So that should be about enough. So bring it all together and we are going to slice and dice and mince. And we are just going to bob that in there. We're going to take some lemongrass. And again, we just want some thin slivers of lemongrass. And we're just going to give this a little whizzing over as well. Just makes it all easier for mashing up in our pestle and mortar. That'll be alright. In there. Now this is a kaffir lime fruit, and if you can't get one, you might be able to get them frozen in the Asian market. And we just want some of the skin. So we just want to try and take the skin nice and thinly off there without too much of that white pith. And again, mince it up. In there. Okay, so we've got about 3 coriander roots here. Now if you can't get the root, use the stem at the bottom. And all we're going to do is same. Everything's getting whizzed up because we need to make it small to help us mashing. In there. Okay, this is big and small dried red chilies. I've been soaking them in water. They've been soaking about 20 minutes just to make it a bit softer to go in here. All I'm going to do is wring out the water in my hands and chuck that in the pestle and mortar and chuck that in there. And as if you did notice, I've already sliced through these dry chilies. So all we're going to do is give this a mashing in here. Nice and steady, mash away until we got a paste. Okay, that is what our paste looks like. And what we need to be doing is going in there with about a teaspoon of shrimp paste. So we've got about a teaspoon there. Now this stuff does stink, I agree. You know, and some people don't like it. But it is part of the ingredients. It does not smell and taste of shrimp in any way, don't worry about it. But it is an essential ingredient. And we're also going to go in there with our garlic and red onions. We're just going to have to slice a few of these through just to make it easier to mash in our... Now of course you could whack all this lot in a blender if you wanted to, you know, but by doing it this way, by mashing it up, it seems to release a better flavour, a better oils from all the ingredients. All you gotta do is mash that into that paste. What I've done, I've peeled the onions, and we're actually cubing the onions up. You know how to peel an onion, so all I'm just showing you now is that we want some onion chunks in there. Okay, so there's our segments in there put to one side. I've also peeled and cubed up some potatoes, as you can see. Here we go then, a little bit of oil in the pan, don't need too much. Okay, in with our chili paste. Oh, smell that. Little whiz round in there. Flame not too high for this one, somewhere about there, look. Oh, again we're blooming out the spices in here, you know, get that out there, the aroma coming out of there. And we're just going to go in there with a tablespoon of curry powder. Get that in. Stir it in. Now we have to watch this because it's quite dry. There's not a lot of oil in here because we're going to be using coconut milk. Oh, there's some fantastic aroma coming out of that pan. We're just going to go in there with a little bit of coconut milk, just to loosen it up a little bit, you know. We might just have to bob up the flame a little bit, I think. Okay, when you've got that aroma coming out of that pan, and I can tell you now, this is a fantastic aroma in this pan. In with our chicken. Get our chicken in there. And start to stir fry that in there. Coat it in that paste. Let that chicken take on those flavours. So what we're trying to do, we're not actually trying to cook the chicken in any way. We're trying to put a seal all the way around, and it's going to tighten up a little bit. But obviously inside the chicken's still going to be raw. So all we're doing then is trying to seal it and shrink it a little bit, and then we're going to add some coconut milk, and it's going to cook in the pan. So we're just going to go in there with a little bit of our coconut milk. That should just keep it a little bit loose in there as it's cooking. Stir it all through. We're forming up this really nice curry paste. Now you can smell that citrusy lemon coming out of here with all those spices. It's amazing. The thing is, you know, depending where you are, if you can't get all the ingredients to make, you know, you can buy different yellow curry pastes in different locations around the world. So you could actually use the paste and start cooking the chicken like this. That smells tremendous. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to add our coconut milk. Now, we always seem to add it all around the outside of the pan. Just stir it in nice and gently. Now, this brand of coconut milk, I recommend, and there'll be a link on the channel. I use it all the time. I think it is the best brand by far. And what we're going to do is add the rest of this coconut milk in there. A nice gentle stir around. Stir that in there. And then we want to add a couple of tablespoons of fish sauce and probably a bit of water just to build it up. We're going to stick a lid on here and we're going to cook it all in here with the lid on. So we're going in there with about a cup of water. Just give that a little mix in. We're going in with about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. And we need a bit of sweetness, so we're going to go in there with about a tablespoon of palm sugar. So we've got some palm sugar. Let's get that in there. And we're just going to stir it in. Now obviously the palm sugar is going to dissolve in there. And then what we need to be doing is going in there with our potatoes. Get our potatoes in, stir them under there. And we're going to be bobbing the lid on. I'm going to put the lid on, but we'll just keep giving this a gentle stir every now and again because this stuff could sink to the bottom. And if it does, we don't want anything to stick. So get your lid and bob your lid on. And we're just going to let that cook in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to transfer this to this back ring because I want to show you how to make ajad to go with it. And this can carry on cooking and we'll put it back here after we've made the ajad. So I'm going to just turn that off a second and this is going to go on this back ring. Okay, we're going to make our ajad. The curry's boiling away behind me there. Ajad then is a condiment that is it's fantastic. It's sweet, it's sour, it's got the veg in there with the cucumber and the chilies and everything, and it's eaten with quite a lot of things in Thailand, and it's definitely eaten with this curry. So let's show you how to make ajad. Okay, now this is only a couple of ingredients actually. I've just put the flame on and we're going to bring it all to a boil. So that is water. We're going to go in with some water, some white vinegar, and this is sugar and a little bit of salt. And all we're going to do is just give that a nice gentle stir. Just loosen it up from the bottom and we're just going to let it come to the boil. When it comes to the boil, everything will be dissolved in there. As soon as it's dissolved, we can turn off the heat. Okay, we've got it boiling. Now what we need to do is we have to let this cool down completely before we can actually use it with our veg. So we're just going to let it cool. Okay, look how fine that's looking. What we need to be doing, we need to be testing some of these potatoes. We don't want them too soft. We need a bit of firmness. They're perfect. It's taking a fork. That is absolutely perfect. They're not mush. They're firmed up. Lovely. Now what we need to do, we're going to give it a quick taste test, but then we're going to add our onions. That is fantastic. We're going to chuck our onions in there and we're just going to give them a gentle stir because we don't want to break up too much of that potato. Just a nice little gentle stir in there. Now the onions are not going to cook, they're going to go soft in here and they're going to retain that nice onion flavour. Just get your lid back on there, lid on, and we're going to cook that for another 5 minutes. Wow, there we are, there's that smell, it's fantastic. That's curry done. Now as with Thai curries are normally a little bit more fluidy than an Indian curry. That's our curry done. Now we just need to chop the vegetables for our ajad. Okay, so there's our cooled ajad liquid in there. I'll just put that to one side. We just want to be taking some cucumber. We don't want those ends. Let's whiz those off. And we're going to have half and half and half. So basically we're going to do that, and then we're going to cut it into cubes. So we want some nice little cubes like that. Now you can go thinner if you want, but that's not the idea. You know, you want that veg in there. So we'll just put that to one side. So we'll just chop some red onion. So we'll do that. And then we'll just do that through there. And then we'll just cut that through there because we're trying to keep those chunks. So again, through there, and we got some chili. Again, we want chunks of chili. You know, you don't have to go bananas, but some nice bits like that will do. So you can see why I've cut it this way. We've got 3 lots of colour. So we're going to take our juice and we're going to bob our cucumber in there. So take all that cucumber, bob it in there. Now it seems a lot, but I tell you, you're going to eat it. And then we're just going to split these a little bit actually. So we want to be able to eat chunks of onion. So we're going on the top of there with a chunk of onion. So try and get it towards the middle if you can. Now it's only for show because it's all going to get mixed up. So that'll do. And then we want some of that chili on there. That is ajad made. That is how you make ajad in Thailand. Now the thing is with this, you know, you can alternate, you know, but ajad's normally this way with cucumber, onion and chili. But if you like any other type of vegetable and you like it slightly pickled, use it. There we are, it's time to plate up. So in we go. Look at that. There we go. Yellow chicken curry made, Thai curry. This is definitely one to make for you guys on this curry channel. This has that Indian, Malaysian influence into Thailand. This is a crossover curry of all the continents around. Now, normally, like we said at the start of the video, Thai curry not made with curry powder. This is delicious. All we've got to do now is have a dig in. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Potatoes. You know, you can't beat a curry without potatoes. Come on. Oh, look how soft they are. They're still firm. You got to be a bit careful. It's a bit warm. Oh, man. We got the chicken. We got the curry sauce. Oh. That is amazing. That is soft, tender chunks of chicken. And then we've got this ajad. Just look at this. You got the cucumber in there with everything and the chilies and the onions. Just give it a little stir through. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. You've got that crunch through there. It's not too spicy. It's not too sour or sweet or anything like that. It is absolutely delicious. It's one of my favorites in Thailand. I absolutely love yellow curry and ajad. Now, if you're very lucky in Thailand and you go to a good restaurant, they do actually serve it up with these type of parathas. If you're very lucky. And obviously down in towards Malaysia, they definitely serve it up with that paratha. So there you are. There's one of the different curries that's appearing on this channel. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. And if you make it, leave a comment below and tell me what you thought of it, because this is one of my favorite curries. Catch you later. I'm gonna stuff my face.